to try something I've never done before. I'm going to really troubleshoot a heating up problem on a Tohatsu 8 horsepower 2-cycle outboard motor. Watched one YouTube video on how to, and I guess we'll just dig in. I'm going to go somewhat from easy to hard. We've already tried flushing, nothing like that will work out. So I'm going to check the water pump. So I'll be dropping the lower unit. That's what we'll be doing over the next couple of minutes. First thing you have to do is release the gear shift shaft. And there's a little pin right there that you need to tap out with something that'll fit through. I didn't have proper tool for the proper job, but I did have an old drill bit that would fit through there. You also have to have something to prop up this piece here, and I just used a pencil so I could get to that pin. And you say you can remove this piece, but it's just one more thing to keep track of. If you can't get to this, though, you can remove that. So I'll tap that out. And of course, naturally, it fell on the floor. Fortunately, I'm working on good concrete, clean floor, and I have the pin, so I'll keep that handy over here. And now that should be released, so it should come out when we drop the lower unit. Next, there's 4 10mm bolts that hold the lower unit on, which we can release. Just remember, on the top side, looking at them, we're turning clockwise. Both sides, we'll remove those and get right back to you. Just one bolt to go. Just make sure you hold this unit up when you start pulling this last bolt out, because you don't want your lower unit to fall and break something that might negate the rest of this exercise. Down she comes. There it is. It's kind of dark in there, like it's had a lot of exhaust gas on it. No surprise there. 4 more 10mm bolts should hold this little jewel on top. Allow us to get to the water pump. I'll take those off and get right back to you. Well, I think we may have uncovered the issue here. As I pull the shroud back and take a look at the pump, I mean, look at it. It's virtually melted. So, maybe we have found the issue. So we'll pull that off and have a look at it. Goodness gracious, look at that. Now there's a keyway here too. Let's make sure we don't lose any of this. There's a spacer and a gasket. It's all pretty melted in there. Yes, good deal. All right, let's get all that cleaned off and see where we go next with this. Now there's a keyway in that shaft right there, which is joined by that key, and then there's a slot, we can get a good picture of it, in the pump itself. So when we go back together, we have to remember to use all those components for the pump. We'll just spin on the shaft and not pump. I should probably also point out that, as you can see, the housing for the pump is in pretty bad shape and probably will need to be replaced too. I don't think I can clean that, and we'll just see. Give it a shot later, but most likely easier to just replace it and be done with it. So to recap the parts we're going to need, clearly a pump, possibly the insert for the housing, and some gasket material top and bottom of that spacer. So that's what we're going to be looking for. We'll be doing that in episode 2.